Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool. City lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the show. Let's go. So today's topic is a little controversial, but you know, I'm a small channel, so nobody's gonna care. But the question is, does red pill help fuel feminism? And the question is yes, because you can't be anti-feminism and pro-marriage. You cannot preach relationships and be anti-feminism, right? Because they go together. 99.9% of all women subscribe to feminism. I'm just gonna go ahead and say 100%, right? Just because either ones who may not be as solid, they still there's parts of it that they indulge in. But the bottom line is the red pill. They say, get better yourself, get your bag, go after the bag, don't worry about women, and then the women that come to you. And they're pro-marriage. Red pill is pro-marriage. And red pill also preaches that there are good women out here. You can find you one. Just vet, court, and go through the process, right? Which that means is what red pill is telling you to do is you got to go get your girl who's indoctrinated by feminism. Right? Here's the thing. You can't be anti-feminism and be pro-marriage. You can't be anti-feminism and pro-relationship because the problem is all women subscribe to feminism and they're not letting that shit go. They're not letting that shit go. That's their black card. And then red pill also teaches you to prepare yourself to be with a woman, to be with this type of situation, which has been very bad for men of late, right? Because of divorce rate, because of all the problems and disagreements. There's women talking about delete black babies. There's women talking about men that ain't nothing but slaves. There's a big movement of, anti-man movement by women. But red pill says you need to get ready for these women. And they also tell you, if you vet these women correctly, and this is where I disagree, 100%. Because once again, a woman can play, they're great actresses. So you vetting them in year 1 to 3, it could be pleasurable. And they can switch up on you in year 4 to 6. Because once again, any relationship that you're going to get into with a woman, feminism is going to elevate in that house. It's just no way around it. It's no way around it because she can divorce you, because she can walk away from you, and she doesn't need you. In her mind, she doesn't need a man. So therefore, that makes her unmarriageable. If women are saying they don't need men and that they can have a life without a man, which is fair, then why would you even entertain marrying one of these women when, in fact, she will always have him back for mine? If this doesn't go my way, I'm parachuting. And the 800,000 times divorcing a year is evidence of women, they ain't having their way, they leaving. They ain't having their way, they leaving. And if they having their way, right, most of the men are happy to deal with this. So red pill will be basically helping feminism, because why? Red pill is getting the men ready for the women who believe in feminism. And then we got a show, Anton. He turns on the brotherhood. I got a video where Anton is beefing with the brotherhood. There's a panel they have, and I've seen quite a few of these shows. The women are constantly challenging the men on that panel. They're constantly being disrespectful. They overtalk. They talk back on Anton's platform, and he never checks them. But the moment the man starts speaking, standing up for themselves, Anton checks the man and not the woman. Because ultimately, what do I think? I think Anton's married. And I think Anton has a soft spot for women more than the men. This is why and then when the men push back on him and say, yo, Anton, these women have been disrespecting us on this panel and you haven't said anything. And then Anton says, well, the women don't talk to me like this. Well, damn, Anton, you pay them and you have the controls. You can literally kick them off the panel. You know what I'm saying? Forever. Slimmy and Q, they don't have that. Quentin, they don't have that kind of power. So therefore, the women's going to go in on them quicker than they for you. Of course, they use the power. You run the show. You have the power to get rid of. So of course, they're not going to talk to their employer like they wouldn't talk to their coworkers. Duh. And this is the part, red pill is damaging. Red pill has been, in my opinion, red pill has been compromised. It's been compromised because here's the problem with red pill. It preaches about all these bad behaviors that the women are exhibiting, right? And all these things that they're doing to men. They see it, right? But then they still want to blame the men. They still want to put it all on the man. And the women are, okay, shit. Check them, Anton. Check them for us. Yeah. Another win for feminism. When men check men in front of women are taking that victory. They're taking that victory lap. Because we don't have to say that Anton's going to fight for us. He's going to check these niggas. So when if I call you a bitch ass nigga, Anton going to say, hey, don't say it back. Don't defend yourself. Right? Especially what he's saying, right? But this is kind of hypocritical because Anton, if Anton feels a woman's disrespecting him, Anton's finna go in. So you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. You just can't do that, man. Anton, if you're going to let the woman and the men freely speak on each other and there's some form of disrespect and kind of like Fight Clubbish, you got to let both of them take the gloves off. You can't you can't take the men and take the gloves off of them and have the women have the gloves on and then box the men and beat the men around and then say, well, man, y'all just supposed to take that shit. But this is the American way, right? Even in the DV cases, people expect men to get hit or assaulted by women, and he's supposed to just walk away. He's supposed to suck it up, nigga. I don't care if she beat your ass. Now they're going to make fun of you, nigga. You soft ass nigga. Your bitch beat your ass. As soon as y'all get in an argument, yeah, go beat your bitch punch you, nigga. right? But at the same time, they say, hey, you should not ever attack your woman back. So it's left like, dude, there is no way to win this battle. And red pill has been compromised because they believe that there's good women. They still, all the red pill people, Angry Man, Ali, Anton, all these are married to women and they believe in women and they truly adore women and they simp for women still. So it is not, they will turn on the brotherhood. Ali dropped me from a panel because I told him that women aren't looking for leaders. He dropped me from a panel because, he fucked the brotherhood, even though he have a pull-up smoke show. But when the smoke comes, he dropped me off the panel because he keeps cutting me off, over-talking me. I know it's your panel, Ali. I respect that. But damn, that doesn't give you, you should have a sense of mind to, okay, let me let the brother finish his point, and then I rebuttal his point, right? But once again, red pill, to me, has been compromised because men, after all the shit they're talking, well, she's this, these women are that, these women do this, don't that, don't this. They're still preaching pro-marriage. They're still simping for these women. And I'm going to play this video, Anton, going against the brotherhood. And red pill will go against the brotherhood not in a minute. In a minute, right? They're not sticking together. And the one thing I can say about the women and feminism, they can't stand each other. But when it comes to this gender war, they won't fight each other in front of men. They won't. Unless she's a pick-me. Then they're going to get on her ass. But if it's a woman versus man, and a woman's getting belligerent with a man, they're not, that other women finna be quiet and let her do her thing because women want to win against men. And I don't think red pill understands. I just don't think red pill is good for men, right? Because they still telling men to get themselves ready for women. Get your money up. Work on your character. Go to the gym. Do this, so you can be this and that. So you're telling men to get ready to what? Engage with feminism? You cannot control a woman. If her ideology is in her mind that I want equality, I want to be heard, I want my voice to be as strong as my man's voice, I want to be on all levels of my man, then you have to be anti-marriage or even anti-relation. I'm just saying it. Because if you marry one of these women, if you try to be a leader, if you try to be a dictator or very assertive, masculine, she's going to challenge you. And it's going to be in a hostile environment until either you comply or she's going to fly. There ain't no, okay, baby, you know what? You can talk to me as a leader and I'm going to follow you. Whatever you say, I won't argue with you. I won't push back. That's not happening. Women are fighting for every fucking cubic centimeter of feminism that they fought for. They want that and some more. And because a lot of men are betas and simps, they feel like they can't live without women. A lot of men feel they need women to exist. The woman, the guy that she has, she's going to leverage those men against him if he does not listen to her. Because in her mind, she can go out and be who she want to be. The real red pill is about total truth, not about women. Yeah, but the real red pill doesn't exist anymore. This is 2026, gentlemen. The old red pill has evolved. It's been compromised. Red pill has been compromised. Red pill is to build you up to submit to women. That's what red pill is. It builds you up to learn how to submit to a woman. They say, get your money up. And you have to pick of the litter. Of course, if you get more money, you're going to attract more gold diggers. Nigga, duh. You think you get a whole bunch of money, you're going to attract good women? Nigga, you attracted gold diggers. The more money you get, the more women want to take from you. They look at you as valuable to them because they want what you got, nigga. They want to use you. They're not looking at you like, oh, I love him. He's just a love of my life. And, I would not. No, these women are looking to benefit from you. They're looking at you as a business perspective. So the more money you got, the more they're going to want to take from you. This is why women are divorcing rich men. This is why women are divorcing middle class men. Because once they get it, everything, they're like, damn, I really don't want this dude. I really don't love him like that. Shit, I'll leave this nigga. Yes, and it says they say men are here to be of service to women. Just what I heard. And that's not what men are here for. Right? The woman was made for the man, not the man for the woman. God made Adam first, right? And then he said Adam, and then he said, and your husband shall rule over you. So women were put here to serve men. But this shit is flipped. This shit is flipped so much because men, and the reason why it's flipped because through pillow talking over thousands of years, the women constantly in the man's ear, oh, I should be more right. I should be able to work like you. I should be this. And men start falling and saying, well, you know what? You're right, baby. I should give her more power. I should let her be her own individual. I should let her have her own covering. And now in 2026, this is where we at. This is where we at. Women are making themselves independent contractors. Women are now saying we're independent contractors. Straight up, they're saying we want to be, we want to be charged. We want to charge you for our time or whatever we do for you or whatever we have for you. And red pill is a danger. Red pill is a danger for men. It's very dangerous because it teaches you to live for a woman. It teaches you to build yourself up. Now, do they point out women's behaviors? Yes. Do they point out the stuff that women do? Yes. Yes. But they're pro-marriage. They're pro-woman. And this is why they always end up fighting other men. This is why men are fighting men on these spaces. Because most these red pill guys and let's say the other guys who are not red pill are pro-woman. Red pill is pro-woman. They're not pro-man. They deal with you. You have to have a conversation, but the moment you try to check these women, these dudes are coming for you. And that's why JR and Anton fell out. Because Anton, in the back of the day, was going in on the women too hard. He got rid of Kayla, Kay, and then JR said we got to go our separate ways. But now Anton has flipped the script, right? He's flipped the script. Now he's more catering to the women, right? He has 4 women on his panel and 2 dudes and him. And he doesn't, when the women get on the men on his panel and talk shit on their man on the panel, Anton doesn't come to say, hey, yo, this is my panel, respect. Let me tell y'all something. If women, that's why they don't come to Ruthless channel. If I have 3 dudes, 1 dude, and I got 6 women, the moment the women would disrespect any nigga on my panel, I will give her 1 warning. You don't have to agree, substantiate your argument, right? But if you continue this shit, I will drop you and ban you from this. That's why the women don't come over here trying to look for smoke with Rufus like that. They know they can't. I'm gonna get them up out of here. And I can have the homies on here, and women ain't gonna come up here trying to check them. Now, once again, I don't mind a woman having her position and defending her position. I don't have a problem with that. Let's have the conversation. But you're not going to get up here calling nigga bitch ass niggas, and you're not going to be like you sassy. You're not going to be, you know what I mean? You're not going to do none of that. I'm going to check that shit at the door. Gangster, I'm going to check that shit at the door. And every man that will be on my panel will be able to say, you know, what they want to say. If it's long as it's, and the men, I won't allow them to disrespect the women. He's talking whole ass, no, none of that. Now, if she strikes first, I will let the man defend himself if she strikes first. But if he strikes first, then I'm telling her, hey, that's not how we roll. If you don't agree with her talking point, nigga, substantiate your argument, or else I'm going to drop you from the panel. If you continue the name call, I'm equal accountability. Right? I'm not going to just say to the man, hey, respect these women, and then the women just be disrespectful. Nigga, that's soft shit, nigga. Gangster, my shit ain't no way. Because I believe truly that women and men, they have to respect each other. At the end of the day, we both got to respect each other when we having the conversation, even if we disagree. We can agree to disagree. But the moment you start name calling the homies and talking about you sassy and massaging it, I'm going to get you up out of here. I'm going to give you a warning. I'm going to give you a warning off the top. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut to it right away. And instantly. Excuse me. Look, if you can't substantiate your argument, fuck that wound. Then I'm dropping you. Yeah. I don't need motherfuckers to I don't need to put a bounty on you. None of that shit. I'm dropping you because respect on Ruthless Channel, we're going to make respect great again. That's what we're going to do. So let's go to this video I have for you today and watch Anton turn on the brotherhood. And I'm just so shocked that, you know, he did this. But let's see. Let's look at it.
Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.
What's the problem?
Can I ask a question, Quentin?
Yeah, you can.
The way that you are interacting with her, is that a reflection of how you would treat a woman that you would date?
No, not that. No, women that are less that I don't have to handle, it don't look the same. Like, women aren't supposed to be handled. I hate when people say you can't handle somebody. You're not supposed to handle a woman. And if I have to handle you, I don't want to. I don't want to handle nobody. That's weird. Are you an animal? That's weird as shit.
Oh, Jesus.
What's the problem, man? Why are you breathing so hard?
Because you can't talk like that.
I can talk however I want to mouthy humans.
All right, let me tell you why you can't talk like that.
No, men or women, if they get mouthy and start doing all that, I'm gonna say something back.
Let me tell you why you can't talk like that. Because assessing, okay, so we talk about different subjects. Like let's take Brittany Renner, right? And we say, oh man, she acting like a hoe right now. That's much different than saying that about somebody that you know in real life.
I didn't call her a whore.
I didn't say you called her. I'm using this.
But the thing about it is, she knows. She knows who she is. So if I'm saying it out loud, it shouldn't be a problem.
You're missing it, bro. You're missing it. All right. So look, let's assume for the sake of conversation that.
So now what Anton doing is trying to check him on if a woman gets at him in a derogatory manner, that, you know, he shouldn't talk like that. He shouldn't, you know, and I don't think Quentin said anything wrong by saying, I don't want to handle a woman. I don't think he said anything wrong with that. If he just doesn't, a woman is very disrespectful, irate, he walks away from her. He doesn't want to deal with her. That's fair. That's a fair statement. Why would Anton say you can't say it like that? How else was you supposed to say that? How else was you supposed to say, I'm not going to put myself in a position to argue with a woman who's being disrespectful? Because then that's a wise thing to do. That is a wise thing to do, because you keep arguing with her, you get triggered. I don't care if I know in real life or on the motherfucking panel. There is no room for disrespect. If she's disrespectful, I'm going to walk away too. I'm going to cut her off. Look, boo-boo, I'm going to have to love you from a distance. Bye. We can't socialize together. We can't have conversation because you don't know how to conduct yourself. And this is the problem in a lot of relationships and marriages, because women get this belligerent and men can't really check them like they want to, because, you know, it just keeps going in circles. So what do men do? They say, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to walk away. And what do women call that? Oh, now you don't want to listen. Now you want to be now you're shutting down. No, what it is when you're arguing back and forth and being disrespectful, there's nothing good that's going to come out of that. So why continue in that path?
Me and Molly is in a relationship, right? And I'm talking to Molly, and whatever we got going on, let's say whatever we interact with in real life, right? However I deal with it, let's say I hold her accountable for whatever reason, right? And let's remove like how I say it, but me holding her accountable. I know her in real life. We're in a relationship, and I hold her accountable, right? I would never do that on the internet.
Well, you're not
So give me a second. So how I deal with a person that I know in real life, I wouldn't seriously deal with her in that same way on the internet. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't, because I've had a contentious conversation with Kim as well, and she was fine.
No, but not. Yeah, it wasn't real.
We yelled and argued at each other, yes, and we were fine. Like, we know where we stand, we know what it is, and we've never had any kind of blowout in 18 years, and our back and forth has been worse.
Like, you would never ever see me hold my girl accountable.
It's not my girl.
You listen, I'm talking about people. I use Molly as an example. I'm using my girl as.
And this is, Anton is totally, oh, what do you mean, your girl? What the fuck you talking? This is just a woman that I know, maybe for a year, maybe a couple of years. She's not my girl. And she gets out of line, I'm going to check her. Even if she's my girl, I'm going to check her. Is she my wife? I'm going to check her. Now, if we online on the panel, because me and my wife, or me and my girl ain't going to be on the panel together. That's number one, right? So let's just say I'm on a panel with some women that I've been dealing with, and maybe met at a restaurant, maybe doing we had a group, we met outside and had a few conversations, even though we've been on the panel together, and then we meet to the panel every week, and she gets disrespectful, I'm still going to check her the same. Right there where she get disrespectful at, I'm going to check her at. I'm going to get out where I get mad at. The fuck? I'm not gonna wait, call her on the phone after she done said all this. You bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit. You feminine. Da, 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 da. No, I'm telling bitch, you fuck you. Right? I'm not gonna wait. Okay, I'm waiting to the panel, and then I'm gonna call her phone. Hey, why you talk to me like that? The fuck out of here.
Anybody that I like, I'm talking about serious. I ain't talking about like no subject on the internet or nothing like that. Like, I would never, if I had any interest in her whatsoever, even if I didn't have any interest in her whatsoever, I wouldn't like try to embarrass her, if that makes sense.
I didn't try to embarrass her. I didn't say nothing that she wasn't doing.
But let's say hypothetically that
you have on goggles, because if we were on any other panel, I'm not. This what I want to say. I'm not going to say it. I'll leave it to
say it. I mean, you can say it to me.
No. Can continue your story.
No. Don't listen. You can't say what you want to say to Miss Sanchez and then mince words when it come to me.
Well, it wasn't about you. It's about how there's certain women on this panel. If they were elsewhere, it wouldn't be tolerated.
I don't understand.
In men's spaces, it wouldn't be tolerated elsewhere.
I don't care about what other people doing. I'm talking about how I move and how we move.
That's what I said. You have the goggles, and we're over here. That's what I said. But okay. I'm
how do I have goggles?
I'm consistent everywhere I go.
How do I have goggles?
I'm the person. I am who I am. I'm gonna show who I am, and either you like it or you don't.
How do I have goggles?
How do you? I don't know, because you went to Walmart and bought them. I don't know. You went to the Molly aisle. You went to the Mika aisle. You went to the Miss Sanchez aisle like a month ago. Like what you mean?
I guess the thing about it is this. So
You
like
didn't go to the Slimmy and Q aisle and get no goggles.
No. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. This is a good conversation to have. If you notice, don't matter if it's Carrie, Molly, Miss Sanchez, Lex, Mika, or Kim, you ain't never seen me call them a bitch or call them out their name or any of that type of stuff before, right? And it's a reason for that. It's because I know these people and I understand, like I respect them as women, and because like they won't get out of line with me. They'll debate a subject hard, which is what I like and which is what I want, but they'll never.
Anton, you the boss. You have the controls, and you pay them. Duh. You can ban them from the platform, and you get a lot of exposure. So they're not going to risk that. So what do you mean? Of course, they're not going to talk to you the way they would talk to Quentin or Slimmy. Why are you turning on the brotherhood to check the brotherhood when everybody up here talks shit on everybody in these debates? They get, the women talk shit, the men talk shit back. So I don't get it. That's what it is, Ronnie. Anton fold to attractive women. And that's where the red pill, once again, is compromised. The red pill is compromised. They are helping feminism by stuff like this. By situations like this, they are fueling feminism. You see, the women ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing right now because Anton is fighting for them. He's putting the work in for them. They ain't gotta say a word. And men, and this is the problem I have with red pill, they will turn on the brotherhood to appease these women, to keep them. If the women get to, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna drop off the panel. Boy, they get to begging. No. Why you gotta leave? Why you gotta leave? We just had a conversation. They begging the women to be on the panel. This is supposed to be a man sphere. This is where men talk about shit and hash shit out. But what has the red pill done? And many men, they let the women infiltrate. They let the women come in and dominate. Right? Because the only reason women coming on panels, they're not coming to agree with men that men are leaders, and that men are these great people, and that, we need to fall on your program, we need to get on to this. No. They're coming to defend the position of feminism and what they believe in. And any man that tries to check them, they're gonna disrespect them.
Never disrespect me. They'll never say nothing that's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? To say that. And it's the same. I reciprocate it, right? I reciprocate that same energy. And I think that the very basic thing that you have to have with people that you interact with or that you work with in real life is that there has to be a basic level of respect.
Okay, first off, let's get one thing straight. I've been sitting here waiting this whole time because I ain't gonna lie to you. You had a point. Like, Quentin, just because you are who you are don't mean that it's all right to do certain things. Now, y'all don't know the back end of this story or back end of this information, but I guess he was being rude to Miss Sanchez while she was talking to Anton. Well, Anton was actually talking to Q, but then he used Miss Sanchez as an example for something. And then he's saying, and I think they're saying Q started being rude to her. Okay, I understand that. Well, based off what you just said, Anton, which you had points when it came to Q. You had points. Now you're talking about being reciprocated. You can't say that with Molly there. You can't say that. She actually go at people without them doing anything to her. That right there is not true. Besides, when you say Q been doing this same thing he been doing for a long time now. So the fact that people are talking about it is kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward. Like, you pressing Q about this thing is awkward because you ain't pressed Molly about her thing. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought Anton was like, I'm gonna just let y'all do whatever y'all want. Everybody just, this is a mud fest. Just sling mud everywhere. Everybody just throwing shit at each other. You confronting Q is wild, because now that means you have to confront everybody about the shit that they be saying. You got to.
But because he's pro-woman. He's pro-marriage. And any man who's pro-marriage has to be pro-woman. Let me repeat that again. Anybody who's pro-marriage has to be pro-woman. So internally, they're going to take the woman's side, even if the women are wrong. And this is why, once again, I don't think married men are good for this space, because they are sleeping with the thing. Facts. I know. He love that bitch. And this is why women will win this war, right? This is why women is going to win this gender war. They're winning it by a long shot already. Women are so far ahead in this gender war, it's not even funny. It's not even funny, because too many men are willing to crush other men so that these women can disrespect them. Well, let her disrespect you. Be the bigger man. Shit. Red pill is been compromised. Anton is not the same Anton of old, right? He has been compromised as well, which he represents the red pill community. And they are now partners with feminism. That's why he's on these panels checking his best friend. These are his boys he's checking. These ain't some strange dudes. Quentin and Slimmy, this is supposed to be his boys. And he's here pitch fighting with them and said nothing to the women.
And for you to believe you treating them a certain way, reason why they treat you that way, that's not logical at all. This is your channel, Anton. It's your channel. If they treat you a certain way that you don't like, you can banish them. They could just go away and they won't be able to come back. So you can't, that right there. Everything else you were saying, I understood until you said that.
At a very basic level, we got to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? And so even if it does go out of pocket, then that means that's
not true. Then your definition of respect is skewed.
How?
Because there's been women that said stuff about me that's disrespectful, and like Molly's like you cake for the LGBT community. I've never done that. I've never done that. And she's insinuated that I'm they. That's disrespectful. And what do you mean? No, that's not okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Where your disrespect is skewed. Like, what's disrespect?
How is my disrespect? No. I talk about my experience with dealing with the women. I'm not speaking about what your experience is with dealing with women.
What's up, No Chaser? How you doing, sir?
Why are we talking about your experience? You use your experience to mean something. You're saying the way
Anton is crazy. Now Anton's talking about his experience. The fuck? This ain't even about you. But then again, it is, right? You not checking the women. You're not keeping the women. You let them disrespect your homeboys. This is Anton's homies. Think Slimmy and Q. Quentin has been years fucking with Anton. Slimmy as well. And now he's turning his back on the brotherhood. He's saying, check yourself, nigga. If she calling you a bitch, say, okay, dear. Okay, baby, you got that, boo. That's what he's saying. He's getting them to bow down to women. This is what Anton's doing. And his own homies are saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen, if we're going to have a debate, fine. But these women get disrespectful sometimes, and you never say anything to them, Anton. And you got the power. It's your platform. You're the moderator. You're the show. And you're paying these women to be on your panel. So if you're going to pay them, the least they should do is be respectful to the men on the panel, vice versa. But if the women are getting disrespectful and the men are defending themselves, Anton, you can't tell them, hey, well, put your gun down and let them shoot at you. You just dodge the bullets best you can. That is stupid. That's idiotic.
way you interact with the women and the way the women interact, y'all all mesh. It's like an equal exchange. You're nice, they're nice to you. Boom. But he just said was, when I don't do rude things, they do rude things. So technically, me doing rude things and them doing rude things, it mesh. Don't tell me to correct the way I'm speaking. That's what I believe Quentin is saying. But you now saying I'm talking about myself. Like, okay, why should I care about how you interact with them when my interaction with them is different from yours? Like, why should I listen now?
I don't get that.
That's fine. That's fine. I do. And when I get that, you're gonna hear what I gotta say.
I ain't never called nobody out their name, and they still talk to me crazy.
No, dang, Slimmy talking tonight.
So I don't know what you're talking about, AD.
What do you mean, Slim?
I ain't never called nobody out their name. They still talk to me crazy, so it's not true.
No, I don't. I think that you take stuff. Okay, so
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
You about to do it.
Don't do that.
I think that Slimmy takes certain things as disrespect that don't even happen.
So Molly ain't called Slimmy feminine. Molly ain't ever say that that's why you're single. Molly ain't ever just talk about black men. Like, she ain't never just say things like, think about it. If you talked about black men and you was accurate, everybody understand. Molly be inaccurate and then she's saying these things and she's saying these things to them. Slimmy will say something and she will say, that's why all these young guys out here are sassy. She literally aims it at them, at Slimmy. So you saying he's overreacting is wild, but you know that's wild.
That don't happen.
That don't happen. There's things that you've made up in your mind that you said happened that didn't happen.
But that's
That didn't
gaslighting.
happen.
No.
What I make up in my mind that didn't happen.
And the fact that Slimmy is letting Anton try to manipulate him, that's wild. Ain't no way I'm letting Anton get that off on me. Talking about you take things, you make shit up. What the fuck you mean, nigga? I know I'm very comprehensive. I could comprehend if somebody's saying disrespectful or something slight to me, I could comprehend and make an assessment. I ain't got no mental health issue. I'm not retarded, nigga. The fuck? But this is what these red pill guys are known for, man. They talk all this shit. They talk all this shit on the women. And, oh, yeah, she this. But the moment they'll flip and turn against the men, oh, well, you need to treat her like a lady, even if she's disrespectful. She call you feminine. What's wrong with that? Right? Right? She can call you a hoe. What's wrong with that? She can say you sassy. What's wrong with that? Why you get offended? Because maybe Anton thinks Slimmy sassy. Maybe he thinks Quentin sassy. Is that what Anton implying?
Bring out one singular point. I think it's respectful that you wouldn't call this. I think it's respectful for Slimmy to prove a point and a woman say that's why you single. That's disrespectful as.
I don't look at that as disrespectful.
I know you don't.
No. That means nothing what you just said right there. See, this is wild. You can't do what you just said. You don't see it as disrespectful. That means nothing. Based off what you're saying, Quentin can say that I don't see nothing I say as disrespectful. It's all jokes. None of it is disrespectful. He can say that now because now you just step in the realm of, I don't deem it as that, so this is what it is. Unless you're saying Q and Slimmy have to do whatever you say. What you have to just say it. Don't say that everyone has their own self thing. Don't say that. Treat this thing as if what it is. You're saying that everyone has to do whatever you say and when you say it, which means you want Q and Slimmy to allow certain women to just say rude things to them. And
not exactly what he's implying. That these women treat y'all like bitches. They call you feminine, nigga, accept it. If she call you sassy, nigga, accept it. Don't defend yourself. Don't stand up to her. Because maybe Anton feels this way about them. Maybe he feels they're sassy. Maybe he feels they're feminine. I don't know. Maybe because Slimmy never really gets go in on the women when they say things, Anton feels he's soft. So he's like, you're understanding, he's trying to convince him. Be a bitch. They'll treat you like a bitch because I think you're a bitch. I mean, what else can you say why Anton is making them bow down to these women is absurd.
Perry and Will Smith, just the last episode. Carrie said, for example, what if I called you gay? What if I did this? What if I did that, right?
That's not the same thing at all. That was wild that you used that. What if I called you this thing? This is why you're single? You're being feminine right now? Those are not the same things at all. One of them is a question. Two of them is literally you telling this person something. You're telling them they're this thing. And the other one about this is why you're single, you're trying to prove a point by using their reality as something and then put them and try to make them believe that they're beneath you when it comes to a thing. That was wild. That didn't connect at all what you just said.
I didn't take that as disrespectful because in the context of the conversation, she was making a point.
And she asked the question.
No. She wasn't disrespecting me. She didn't intend to disrespect me. I didn't take it as disrespectful. I took it as a part of the conversation because of the context by which we were having it. She didn't call me that. Like, she didn't mean any harm. She was arguing a point. Now, if I was sensitive,
this has nothing to do with
it as disrespectful. If I was sensitive, I could have taken it as disrespectful. But I'm not sensitive.
This is gaslighting.
The same things that now, if she would have said, listen, if she would have said that to you, you would have probably took
No, I wouldn't have. If she would have asked the question, I wouldn't have said
hold on.
nothing. I ignore most of the stuff. What you talking about?
Let me finish. Now, if
that's true, that's crazy. Anton had to be talking to Slimmy right now because Q just lets everything. Q allows everyone to say what he say. I say if you say anything to Q, he's based off what I seen. My fault. I ain't been watching their videos for a long. He could possibly have changed based off what I knew from Q. He let you say whatever, but he say whatever. So he's like, it's free game. Say whatever you want. I'm gonna say whatever I want. He can't be talking to Q. You got to be talking to Slimmy right now. And Slimmy don't just be saying rude things to them. So you're stuck in a paradox right now, Anton. This is like a weird box you're in.
She would have said it to you. You might have taken it as disrespectful. For me, if I had took it as disrespect, then I would have called her outside of it and handled it secretly without anybody knowing it, and we would have chopped it up and figured it out. But that's the way I handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to have everybody else's approval to deal with a situation a certain way. And so for people that I know in real life,
what
if stuff get out of pocket or if people feel like something was offensive in the context of a heated discussion, I understand. Like, we human.
If she disrespect me, what's up, AD? Let me give her an intro. If that woman disrespects me on a panel, and I'm going to defend myself right there. I'm not going to wait to call her. Hey, why you say that to me on a panel? I don't do no dumb shit. She say you feel me? I'm going to say, bitch, you masculine. What's up, ADS?
Truth. Happy New Year's, my man. How you doing, brother?
Good. We getting with these dudes, man, that is flipping on the brotherhood. Well, there really is no brotherhood, but that's supposed to be brotherhood right there on this panel, right? Slimmy, Quentin, Anton, them supposed to be boys. And Anton trying to turn them into bitches.
Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on here.
So let me update you. So Quentin, so the girls on these panels, they be like getting like debates with these guys, right? And the moment that they feel like they're not winning the debate, they call the guy sassy, feminine. That's why you're single, right? They shoot instead of an argument. They say those things, and now Anton is telling the guys not to defend themselves when these women say these things. So we're gonna look at the video.
We make mistakes. We do all of that or whatever.
Hey, hold up. You're just saying words right now. I ain't trying to attack Anton. I ain't trying to attack you. But you are just saying words. Because based on what you just said, then the way Q handled it, he can handle it. You can't tell him not to handle it a certain way, but then say you're going to handle it the way you want to handle it and you don't need nobody else's approval. So he doesn't need your approval based off what you're saying. Unless you're saying they must do what you say. You got to say that now because that's what you just said.
But I'm not going to hold a grudge. I'm going to fix that behind the scenes. We're going to figure it out and we're going to keep it moving and we're going to get to the money.
I don't hold grudges.
I'm trying to figure out what I thought took place that didn't happen. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But I don't want to revisit that because it wasn't a situation between you and I, and we already
You can't do that.
Talked about that for like over an hour, the last episode. But
it was plenty of other things that happened that I didn't.
I think you know what I'm talking about as far as an example.
There's plenty of other instances where I didn't miss anything. I know what I heard.
Okay.
And it was straight up disrespectful. So if it's straight up disrespectful, and then people were saying so like if this is we consider this a work environment, and if people are disrespectful to me, and then they said they weren't going to reach out and they weren't going to apologize for things that they did and said, how's that not disrespectful?
That's true.
Like I said, I handle stuff a certain way.
Well, you're the employer, Anton. You're the employer. Of course, you handle things a different way because you're employing these people. And if you have a problem with they handle themselves on a panel or whatever, you give them a phone call. But when there's a debated discussion going on between your panelists, and then the women name call them and say, hey, you're acting feminine. And then the guy returns fire and say, you acting masculine. Okay, what you saying? So you saying that when she calls him feminine, you want him to wait till the show's over, hit her phone. Hey, I wish you would not call me feminine. And she's not going to call, and she's not going to apologize. So if you're going to get these rules out, they got to give out for both parties. Like women if they got a problem with a person's belief, and they want to say something, call them. Don't say nothing disrespectful on the panel or drop them. See, Ruthless ain't gonna let no woman come over here and disrespect none of the homies at all. That's why women don't come over here that much. Mela, she come over here and then she refrains herself real quick because she know women know not to come through trying to be bosses and all this on my platform. They know that. They know that Venus, Sherelle, they know not to pull up because they know I'm not going to allow women to disrespect the homies, and I'm not going to allow the homies to disrespect them. Now, if she says something disrespectful to the homies first, I will allow the homie to defend herself. I'm not going to tell them not to say nothing, but I'm going to cut it dead in the water right there and say, look, I'm going to tell the girl, I'm going to address the girl first. Look, this is the deal. You may not agree with the way the homie is stating something or whatever, but if you don't agree, you need to state your argument, substantiate your argument, articulate yourself, bring up examples, etc. You know how we do it, but you calling him a bitch ass nigga, you feminine, you sassy. This is your one warning. And you're not to do it again. If she keeps going out, I'm dropping her. I'm dropping immediately. Because I don't need women on my panel. I don't mind having them on there to substantiate their claims, but you're not gonna come be disrespectful. You're not gonna come up here and talk to my homies crazy. Because this is a manosphere for real. And this is where us men are supposed to hatch it out and try to sharpen iron. But this is why Red Pill has been compromised. Because they have let women infiltrate these spaces. They have let women convolute the conversations, distract, deflect, challenge, disrespect. And then when they threaten, just like when Pearl was on Fatty and Pearl was up there being disrespectful and over talking to everybody. And she said, well, I'm going to leave. And they literally begged her, no, bro, just stay and have the conversation. No, they should have dropped the bitch. She shouldn't have been able to log off freely. As soon as she disrespected you, gave her a warning, boom, you out of here. I don't care how big a content creator she is. You're not going to come on here disrespecting my panelists. You're not going to come disrespecting me. And this is why this shit is motherfucking weak. Because niggas let these women come up here, talk crazy, and beg them not to leave. And they're turning against the brotherhood. Well, nigga, she called me a bitch ass nigga. So what? Take that, nigga. She's just a woman. And this is what's happening in relationships. Right? These women are talking crazy to their husbands and their boyfriends because they know they can dial 911, or they got brothers and fathers and shit like that will come in and rescue them and all of those shit. So they're talking crazy. They're getting belligerent. You bitch ass nigga, fuck you. Matter of fact, fuck the kids. Fuck you. Blah, 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 blah. Talking big shit. And niggas got to stand there and take it, because now if a nigga getting a little too, oh, I feel threatened, I'm going to call the police. And everybody expects a nigga to take that shit. Now, granted, we do. And then what happens? Then she gets more comfortable and more comfortable. And next thing you know, she's slapping the shit out of you. She hitting you over the head with some shit. These women out here are fighting men now because men are taking it. Because men don't want to go to jail. They don't want the prison system. They don't want to, they don't want the consequences for beating this chick's ass, right? A lot of men are afraid to stand up for themselves. They're afraid of dealing with the courts because the women, they're going to talk their shit and get physical in a lot of cases, right? And what's going to happen? You may have to walk away, go smoke a motherfucking blunt, or go get a motherfucking bottle of Hennessy. But the problem with that formula is it's build up. It's build up. And you might snap and that shit might go way crazier. So I don't know. This red pill shit to me is just, it just feels feminism. It feels feminism. Angry Man and me, we had a conversation for a whole hour. He talking about, he's the boss in this house. I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. Right? Because I know what's up. Women believe in feminism. Women are proud of that feminism shit, and they love it.
Now, Ruthless, I didn't see the whole clip to really make any type of judgment, right? So I can't really say yay or nay to what has occurred and what hasn't. But if you haven't noticed, Ruthless, that stuff's on the decline now. If you haven't noticed, feminism, stuff like that, that's on the decline. If you haven't noticed.
I don't think so, ADS. I think women feminism is even stronger than ever before and moving.
Okay. I see it down out here pretty hard.
You can't there's no way you can quantify that because you're not in everybody's homes and you're not watching everybody. It's impossible.
But you can see it in the way people act. Maybe I change, Ruthless, and the women just start liking me more.
Most stuff happens behind closed doors. Of course you're not gonna see it. Right? Because once again, in public, most people fake it to make it, homie. Right? They don't want to, men, they're not going to make no big issue in public because it looks bad. Women ain't going to do it because they don't want people in their business. But behind them closed doors, dude, it's motherfucking Vietnam War, nigga. And women are pushing for supremacy. But you can see it in their rhetoric online when they come on the panels and when they come, right? How they feel they're equal to men, how they feel they're even better than men at times, right? How if you try to hold them accountable for their actions, they're going to dismiss you. They're going to call you feminine. They're going to call you sassy. Yeah, they're going to say that behind in that square, nigga. They'll say it in the square. They'll say it behind closed doors. Because think about what women have. They understand the system. Women understand that the system favors them. And they know that the paramilitary is stronger than the man of the house. They understand this. They clearly get this. And they will leverage this against you. And this is why they talk the way they talk. Because women in their minds have backup that's greater than you. It's just like the little homie who's 140 pounds talking shit. He a crip, right? But he got 40 killers behind him. But he talking bitch, yeah, fuck, and they're gonna back him no matter what. So you gotta let that shit go. You know you can whoop him. You know he can't whoop you, and he know he can't whoop you. But he talking big shit. You whole ass nigga, blah, 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 blah. Because why? He got niggas that's gonna die for him because he's the plug. He got the plug. He bringing that money in. So he's untouchable. This is what women doing. They're hiding. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands, right? And then guess what happens when the police go, oh, well, he that. They become a victim. Oh, you know. And that's why the JP and Florida situation, when Florida called the motherfucking police, the only thing that stopped JP from going to jail because she lied. Oh, yeah, he hit me. He did this to me. JP filmed it. So it's like, okay. And they didn't do nothing to Florida for lying to a police officer, filing a false report. Those are charges. Those are misdemeanors. They at least could just write her a ticket. Make it write like a $500 ticket. This is what you get for lying to us. But this is why feminism will never die. Feminism will never die because it's too many men supporting it. And Red Pill and all them dudes are fueling this feminism. Because why? Most men are getting crushed by pillow talk. They're getting married. Anton's married. Angry Man's married. Ali got a girl. So you can't be anti-feminism and pro-marriage. Can't do it. It's impossible. Because why? Your wife is going to break you down. Your girlfriend's going to break you down. She's gonna get it there because at the end of the day, when dudes get to talking crazy to these women, you're gonna say, "Man, I got a wife. I can't." They're gonna go to the women's side. Red Pill are damaged goods. They've been compromised. They need to be blocked from the community. We need to stop supporting them because they are damaged goods. Most of them are married. Red Pill Rangers married. All these guys are married. They're no good for us. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to get them to divorce their wives or nothing, but I'm saying that they just need to go on and live their lives and leave us alone. Leave us regular men alone who are out here trying to figure this shit out. It says there is a channel called Miss Elite. There are a whole bunch of Keishas getting on that recent Floyd Wallace situation in Brazil to counter their feminism ad hominems. Facts. Don't forget about Donovan Sharp. So Red Pill, see this, and this is why men will lose the gender war to women. They're losing. We're down big. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're down big. And men are going to lose because too many men are compromised. They're compromised. They're damaged goods. They marry these women. They get lustful for these women. They fall in love with these women. And what happens when they fall in love with these women and they embrace these women and care for these women? They have no real solutions for the situation, right? They're going to tell you, look how bad she is. Look how she talks shit. This, right? And then say, but I'm pro-marriage. Because they got to be pro-marriage because they're married. Right? So Red Pill it's pointless. Listen, the arguments that Ali made are very good arguments. She doesn't want us to the man. She wants to put herself before the man. No. But then Ali fucks everything up when he says, if you find it.
Happy 2026, Rufus. I'll be back one day. In a couple of days.
All right. The sophisticated jerk is a simp. LO. What's good, Rufus? What's up, sophisticated? Are you admitting that you're a simp? There's nothing wrong and admit it. At least you you're not in denial. But red pill to me, they're in denial. The whole rhetoric is pro-feminism. Get your bag up, become a leader, go to the gym, work out, get ready for this woman. You're gonna have all the women that go after you when you get your money right, and your health and your status right. Of course, nigga, because women chase money and status. Of course, if you have a lot of money, of course, a lot more women are going to look your way because they want what you got, nigga, not because they love you for you. And this is why we men can't get along on the panels, because there's always going to be men who care about women more than they do about solution. They're not going to make the ultimate sacrifice. And Anton Daniels is an example of, once again, why red pill men turn on men. So we're going to look at the video some more, watch Anton just study, try to bend these guys' will to do what he wants them to do, right? He basically wants the women to be able to talk to these niggas any way they want to, and these niggas just take it.
I don't think that it was disrespectful, because
that's dismissing.
And I don't think that I'm the only person that didn't think that it was, but again,
that didn't mean anything either.
And on top of that, she did apologize to you.
I ain't talking about last week. I'm talking, it's plenty of other instances I said that.
So why are you just skipping over last week?
What's this? Why would I stick on last week?
Because
why would I be stuck on last week? There's been plenty of other instances of disrespect. It's over and over and over again. And you said I imagined something. It's plenty of things that I didn't imagine that actually took place.
So what you're saying is you're standing with Quentin on the way that he handled.
I'm not standing with anybody. I'm standing with me. And I'm talking about
sure. You interjected.
Disrespect. How you said
you interjected based off of a conversation.
So the question I have for Anton is, why you couldn't talk about them on the back end? Why you couldn't call them up? The same advice you're giving them, that if there's a problem or there's grievances, you need to call the person and apologize, whatever you got. Anton, you're the employer. You should have called them personally and said, well, this is the way I feel, or this is the way I think. That's why I never jump on panels with females, because I don't want to hear anything they say, because feminism narcissist shows in the BAWs. Facts. That's facts, Orlando. Subscribe to the channel as you do. Subscribe, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Show a nigga some love. It's free. But yeah, and this is where I have a problem with Anton. You just told them if they have a problem with somebody, they need to call them. Why are you holding them accountable on live? Why didn't you call them? Why didn't you practice what you preach, nigga? Practice what you preach. If you're going to say, well, let's talk about shit on the back end because we want to maybe get the show better, we want less disrespect, we want a more of a happy, harmonious show, call them on the phone, nigga. You got all their phone numbers. You're paying them. But you need to call the women too. You need to call all parties involved and say, look, the disrespect needs to stop. Simple. Simple. That's not a hard thing to do. But no, you want to hold the homies accountable on live and tell them they're imagining shit? That's because, Anton, you sold out. You sold out the feminism, nigga. Because the Anton I knew back in the Peep Network was crushing women. Oh, you bitch. Oh, da, 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 da. Now you're talking about, oh, don't, you're imagining that when they call you feminine, she called me feminine. So what does that mean? She called me I'm sassy. Oh, what does that mean? What the fuck you mean what that mean, nigga? I deem that as disrespectful. Especially when I didn't call her name first. And then if I'm substantiating my argument, if I have a position on a certain subject and I'm laying out my context and all that, and then she interjects, you're sassy, you're feminine, that's disrespectful. And you need to be talking to them too.
that me and Quentin was having. So my logical
Now you're trying to don't do what you're doing right now. Don't try to say that he's on Quentin's side when you made a statement that was not correct, because Slimmy is technically, no offense, Slimmy is getting traumatized by having to deal with niggas saying things just out of line, and then you sitting in the background giggling about it. Like, I don't understand. Don't do what you just did right there. And trying to say, I'm gonna force you and Quentin in the same thing. So then whatever you say to Quentin, it applies to Slimmy as well. Hey, yo, Anton, you made a statement. Retract it. Just retract it and say that, hey, yo, the women don't treat me this type of way and they treat y'all this type of way and I just don't do anything about it. You try to paint it as if I'm nice to them, they nice to me. That's why niceness happened, when Slimmy has a completely different reality than you, because, you know, he's not in charge and, you know, he possibly don't pay them. But, you know, I don't know if you paid him or not. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not checking your pockets, brother.
conclusion is that you're speaking to something that me and Quentin was talking about. But if
No, I'm speaking to something that was stated that said it wasn't disrespect. It's no disrespect that happens up here from the women. And that's not true.
No. That's not what I said. I said that I don't experience disrespect.
Yeah, because you pay all the money, Anton. What's up, Ignorant? What's up, Ignorant TV? They trying to shame you into not saying what you're saying. Yeah, facts. But Anton, of course the women are not going to attack you like they attack, because number one, you're the boss. You have the controls. You can drop them. And your channel gets a lot of exposure. I see 2,000 people, sometimes 3,000 people in your chat and on your live. So the women, they like the attention. They like being in that, you know, whatever they try to blow their little channel up, or whether they try to build their brand. So of course they're not going to come at the guy who can get rid of them. That's Anton. That is just disingenuous. That is disingenuous right there. Well, you know, of course the women are not going to. You're the boss, just like working at a job. Ain't no way other employee gonna talk to another employee and then go talk to the boss the same way, because the boss can fire you. He said, "This is your last check. Get the fuck out of here." So of course you're not going to talk to the boss the same way you would talk to another other employee. I don't understand Anton's concepts, but Anton, and this is the thing, this is the disease in these egotistical platforms. A lot of niggas try to make arguments, they just try to win. Right? They're just, because they've been doing it so long, they've won so many arguments that they'll make up some shit that don't make no sense to see if they can get over on you, see if they can get this win, even though they're dead wrong. Angry Man does that a lot. Angry Man does that a super lot. But Anton does it too. And my boy Logic, he does that. Logic is notorious for that. They'll take a position that they don't necessarily agree with and try to make an argument for it. And they will argue down to nothing, even though they know they're wrong, right? And this is, I guess, an ego thing in this space.
From the women. That's what I said about my situation of how I interact with women. You heard what you wanted to hear because you're making it applicable to you. I gave an example of what my experiences was with dealing with the women, and now you're saying something completely different.
You got it.
What?
You and your womanese is insane.
No, I just think that if you want to get the most out of a girl,
you can't. That's not true. Women, this ain't true, Anton. There's a reason the women over here
crazy.
No, there's a reason the women over here treat you the way they do. What you mean?
Q does talk crazy. You talk crazy to Jazz. You press Jazz. You literally said Jazz is giving her box out for nothing. This guy is over here just doing all types of things. You did that. Now understand, it's not that maybe Jazz didn't have it coming or whatever. Nigga, we know you pick and choose right now. What's happening right now? Okay. Okay.
Why do they treat me the way that they do?
I don't know. Ask them.
No, you said it. You said
Women don't treat you like this everywhere they go with you talking like this. There's some certain things that you said that's probably offended people, but they didn't say about it.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm not the women. But they ain't gonna say shit.
Quentin, the first time that I got on this panel, you showed me nothing but backlash, interject, disrespect, to the point where Anton had to end the live stream. And the only person that checked on me was Mika, and you're interjecting now. And I really like you and respect you as a person, but that don't stop the truth from happening. It doesn't matter. I never did anything to, I didn't do anything to cause that, and I never spoke to you about it because it doesn't matter. I just don't take stuff personal. I'm not finna talk about it, but it's not use that because it's not denying the fact that you started that first and you.
So what Anton has done is giving these women a voice. See, Anton's up here body slamming niggas, suppressing niggas' voice to give the woman a louder voice than theirs. And that's why she's speaking confidently. And now Anton done, ragdoll his homies. This is his homies. These ain't some dudes that are random. These are his homies. And he's throwing them under the bus to build these women up. If I was them, I'd leave that shit. Fuck that. I mean, I don't know how much he's paying them. Maybe that extra money, they stream probably 5-6 times a week, so the money might be too good to leave. But if the money means that much to you, you're gonna have to be treated like a bitch. Because Anton's pretty much telling you niggas is either you don't comply and let these women disrespect you and just take it like a champ, or I'm going to get rid of you and replace you because maybe there's some other guys he want to bring to take your place. That's what I'm thinking.
Act like somebody's supposed to give you respect after that. I don't take it personal, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if anybody has an experience to where if something that I say, because I can't speak for everybody else, but if something I say makes you feel some type of way, I'll put my phone number in the chat. You can hit me up on where you follow me.
That's not how.
But if that's not the case, I see why
people do to me.
Because he never treats me like that.
I'll give him the same stuff back, and I don't care. I turn off my camera, and I'm fine. I don't take stuff with me. It's fine. You say what?
You gaslighting, bro.
What do you mean? Like I don't care. Quentin. Like I don't care.
You just said he's gaslighting? Thank you. Slimmy came right back as soon as you say that. You just said Quinn is gaslighting? Oh, that's crazy. That's actually insane. That's wild. You just got done gaslighting Slimmy for like how long? Oh, there's Fatty. What's up, Fatty? I said, you just got done gaslighting Slimmy for like 8 minutes, maybe even 10. I got nothing to say. Let's
care. Changing the subject.
I literally don't care.
No. You're moving the goalposts because you went from how women disrespect and how you react to it to now it's justifying it by saying that you don't care. Everybody up here, including you, everybody up here, including you. We make concessions for you because we just say, "Oh, that's just Quentin, that mother just crazy."
I've always been this way, though.
Hold on. We say that's just Quentin. He gonna make whoever the new girl is uncomfortable for the first 3-4 months. That's just the way that he is. He just talk crazy. Don't worry about it. But you want a certain level of respect. But the first time, for the first 3 months that Lex was here, and I just tell Lex behind the scenes, like, hey, just don't worry about it. Just chill out, whatever player is playing. For the first 3 months, you were saying some wild shit about Lex.
Like what?
All right, hold on, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm. Hold on, wait.
I cussed at her.
I'm gonna go to the most neutral person. I'm gonna go to the most neutral person on the platform. Carrie, please correct me. And you know I'm cool if you have a. I'm sorry, Quinn.
This is what you call selling your brothers out. Now he's going for the juggler right here, right? To bring another woman in who knows she's going to support women. We know this. We know she's going to support women. And Anton's going for the juggler.
Give me a second. Carrie,
I said motherfucker to her one time.
Carrie, is that true or is it not true?
And I want to know what I said wild. Like,
I'm sorry, give me a second, Quentin.
I want everybody to know. Okay, first off, it looks like I'm just going against Anton. I'm not, because, you know, once again, Quinn does say wild things. He is wild. Okay, he be saying some outlandish shit. But the only thing is, this nigga don't have a problem with them saying, he's right when he say that. He doesn't have a problem with them saying outlandish back to him. He doesn't hold it. But Anton starts saying, you're not, well, Carrie first said, is this how you talk to women that you actually want to like be with? And he was like, this is not how I actually talk to like women I'm in a relationship with, but I'm not different. I act the exact same way with all the women I talk to. If I like you.
So let's see if Anton is the angel he say he is, right? Let's see. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see. Let's take a look at Anton. Let's examine Anton. See if he's this guy full of stoicism, right? That he does not, talk to women crazy and stuff like that. All this, oh, you shouldn't talk to women like this. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'm going, we're going to see if Anton is the man he said he is. We're going to see if Anton the man he said he is. Let me find this video. I got a video of Anton. See how he treat women. Is it up here or what? Let me find it. We're going to see if Mr. Anton Daniels is all that in a bag of chips with these women, right? Yeah. Because one thing about the internet internet's forever. Right? The internet is forever. Well, as long as the earth is in existence. But the internet got all the information we need. Let's see. I think I got one. Let me see. I was just looking at a video. Was it a few days ago? Some woman was reviewing Anton. Let's see. I think I passed it. Let's see, Mr. Anton. So anyway, but the red pill is for the birds. They might as well dump that motherfucking document. They might as well. They might as well just say we're going pro-woman. Because that red pill shit is just a motherfucking full of shit. Here it is. I think I found it. Okay. I found the video, Mr. Anton. And we're going to see how he handles the women on the platform. Is he going to be stoicism? And, we're going to see if he, let's see here. Let's see. Here it is. Here's the chance. Let's go.
Seen your stretch marks. You're not hot. Who told you was hot? I seen your stretch marks. I seen your stomach out. Stop, and you're not 160 either. You're not 160. You are hot 205 at best. At best. So just leave it alone. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. I'm gonna make you famous. Leave that alone.
Make you famous.
The point that I was making before you interrupted me, trying to tell me what kind of exotic car you are.
Now, if you guys are paying attention, this man is attacking. In fact, it's several men.
We trying to figure out how to co-parent instead of be parents. And the issue, especially when it comes to children, is that they don't give a about what you say. They live their life and they learn based off of what they see. And so if your daddy ain't with your mama, then they carry that into whatever it is that they see in their life. And then their life becomes a reflection of the things that they advocated for in the household, which is why we call it generational curses, because we're passing down issues.
Now, it's so interesting to see people value, which should good sense. And it brings me to my next point.
Statistically proven that the way in which you build wealth in strong communities is by having two parents in the household.
Born rich.
Oh, shut the fuck up. So tired of this chick interrupting me. All in her masculine energy, still talking that dumb.
But I was born rich.
Shut the fuck up. You ain't born rich. Anyways, like I was saying,
nobody is interjecting to say, hey, man, because there is no way in hell.
Why is it always an American black woman that want to derail your point? Just gotta jump in and I'm born rich. Man, nobody give a fuck about what you talking about. And if I don't clip this up and then make you famous, we gonna forget about you in 2 weeks. Nobody cares about what it is that you think. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Take your stretch marks and get the out of here. We don't give a.
Take your.
We don't care. We don't care. Shut up. Shut that. Matter of fact, get the out of here. I'm sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say to me.
Well, Anton, it looks like you didn't do what you told Quentin to do, right? You know what I'm saying? You didn't hold yourself accountable. You called a hoe, talk about the stretch marks. But now you're telling Quentin and Slimmy that they need to be better. Anton, you are not the way you think you say you are. I don't know what makes you think you're holier than there's another. Yeah, I mean, let's go with this one.
I want to see a bunch of men get really pissed off in the comments.
Let's go with this one. Let's see this one transpires.
I want to measure it against somebody that's actually getting the
But we're
result.
not measuring each other. We're just having a conversation about finding balance in a
No, you
relationship.
had a conversation about what you thought my relationship was like. And so in response,
No, because you said, I don't care how she
curious.
feels. And I was like, that may work because she probably feels the same way. You don't want to talk
Right.
about
And I'm
probably don't want
assuming
to talk
that,
to you either.
and I'm assuming that your guy probably feel the same way as you, and that's why you don't have a ring yet.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Has everything to do with everything.
It doesn't.
It absolutely
What does
does.
that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do
We're
with
not
it.
talking
Because
about
what I'm asking
marriages.
is,
We're
if
talking
it works
about
so well for if your way works,
it's not about working
then
well.
how come
We're
it
just
doesn't
saying
work?
you're the one who's saying that fuck how she feel. I don't care. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing for my woman. And I'm like, maybe that works for you because she feel the same way. Now you talking about me having a ring? The fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm just saying,
it has to do with
if you like
everything
the person,
because
if you like your person, you're
wanted
gonna
to pile on, and so now I'm asking, since you know what all of your recommendations, how come it hasn't translated? How come it hasn't translated into a ring?
That's my business. I don't know.
I know
That's not even what we're talking about right now.
Oh, it's exactly what we're talking about.
We're not. We're talking about finding balance, and you're trying to make it personal. And so what if I'm not married yet?
You
Anton?
made it personal. Now you don't want to have a conversation. See, listen.
You're the one who you don't care about. You're the one who just sat up there and said you don't care about finding balance in your relationship. You don't give a fuck. These were your words, sir. I just repeated them back to you.
No, you didn't. You
now
added
you want to
little,
take a
you
shot
added
at
some
I'm not
sauce
married.
on it. You added some sauce on it.
So what? When are y'all gonna find a better comeback? Like, you're not married yet. You're not married yet. Like, so?
Can I ask a question?
No, you can't. No.
Like,
Give me a second. No
you the one who
question
said you don't like nourishing or cultivating your relationship. And I said that must work for you because you've been married for so long. It may work for her as well. You don't like talking to her. She probably don't like talking to you either.
See,
now
that's
you want
the
to
sauce.
take
But see, that's the sauce that you put on there.
So
because
what?
you like to throw rocks and hold your hand and hide your hands.
Oh,
but see,
that wasn't
I'm
a
not.
shot.
I'm
You said
no.
that you don't like
Listen,
talking to her.
stop being so easily offended when the gun
That's
is pointed
you.
back at you. If you could
I'm
say
not
some,
offended.
if you want to throw some extra sauce on it, and that's cool. I'm not tripping about it. All I'm saying is, I would like to see you get some sauce at all.
Okay, then that's your opinion, babe.
Because he fucking on you without no kind of commitment at all.
I know. What else?
At least my chick, she get the benefits, she get all of that stuff.
Your wife?
No, my chick.
Okay.
I say whatever.
I thought wife was higher than a chick, but hey.
But you, on the other hand, you giving the sauce up for free and no kind of commitment, no ring, no respect for your parents. He ain't decided to honor you.
You're so honorable
on
in your
you
marriage.
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He get all of the pussy and no kind
Yeah.
of responsibility for you whatsoever.
Okay.
And you got the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody in a relationship.
Anton, we were talking about balance. You said fuck balance, and I said that may work for you. And now you're talking about me being married or not. Who gives a fuck? Why are you so invested?
I care.
Why are you so invested whether or not I get married or not? You got the sauce. You stay married over there and not find balance. And let's continue the conversation.
No, I would like to know.
I'm not married.
I would like to know, and you don't have to answer the question. You're not. You're just gonna get mad about it. Why do you give up pussy for free?
I'm not here to talk about my vagina to you, nigga.
Why do you give up box for free then?
Why are you asking me inappropriate ass questions?
So is Anton promoting prostitution? Is Anton, the red pill, promoting prostitution here? He said, why did you give up the box for free? That's saying she should charge for it, right? I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Anton's promoting prostitution here. Let me go back. Let's look at the video again. Just so I make sure. I don't like to throw too many accusations out there. Let's see.
I would like to know, and you don't have to answer the question. You're not. You're just gonna get mad about it. Why do you give up pussy for free?
So that's saying he's insinuating, or I guess saying that she should charge for the box. So and this is one thing. This is red pill is. This shit is bad, man. He's insinuating that she should be selling her shit for a price. So he's promoting prostitution. He is promoting she need to sell her coochie. So why are you giving it for free? Well, Anton, if she charges, that's prostitution in the form that it ever can be in. So you a married man up here with a daughter, get a whole daughter at home, and you're telling this woman that she should be selling her coochie instead of giving away for free. But this is kind of contradictory to the pro-marriage, pro-family lifestyle. Nigga, you trying to be a pimp? You trying to pimp her out? Like, I'm trying to confuse. I am confused. If you're pro-marriage and you talk about how you got this wife, your daughter, and all this family thing, and that you guys are believing character, a woman should be looking for character and personality and a good man, but then you turn around and say, why are you giving away your coochie for free? As if that's a bad thing? Because if you're not giving away for free, that means you're charging a fee. So you're telling her she should be charging a fee. Anton, you are part of the problem. Because men like you sit here and say shit to help a woman's ego out. Oh, yeah, go sell that pussy, girl. Get it. Get that money, girl. And then you tell us men, hey, get your bread up. Get yourself together. Go to the gym. Work out. Be the best version of yourself. So you're playing both sides of the card. You're telling women to sell their pussy and the men to be stoic. Nigga, you ain't no better than the women you talk about. I don't even know why you. I understand you want the money, but I don't even know why you argue with her. You're a married man. You got a wife, and you actually, what's she doing with her pussy? Why do you care? If you don't agree with her argument, substantiate your argument. Anton Daniels, substantiate your argument. Why are you going and talking about her vagina? That's not a rebuttal. You're supposed to be the bigger man, remember? That's what you was telling Quentin and Slimmy. But you're here talking about another woman's vagina, and you got a whole wife at home. You got a whole daughter at home who can replay this shit. This shit has replay. Anton, you know this is on the internet. Your daughter can watch this. Your daughter can go back and listen to you talk like this. Nigga, and then you want to say, oh, well, if the women disrespect you, don't get back at her. But you're sitting here describing a woman's vagina. You're telling her to sell it. You ask her why she give it away for free. You tell another woman she's a hoe. You hate these hoes. You hate these hoes. You kick her off the panel. But you're here telling Quentin and Slimmy, y'all need to be better men. But you're not the better man. Women get out of line with you, Anton, you go for the jugular. You go for the jugular. And we know this about you. We know this about you. But have you become a woman's helper? Are you helping the women win this gender war? That's what it seems like to me.
I'm not here to talk about my vagina to you, nigga.
Why do you give up box for free then?
Why are you asking me inappropriate ass questions?
It's not inappropriate.
It is. Why are you talking to me about my vagina and what I do with it, married man?
I'm asking a question.
I think it's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate to my relationship to even have this discourse. So I'll let you have it, bro.
Well, then you better be careful how you talk to people.
Careful for who? You?
Careful how you talk to people.
Or what, nigga? Oh my God, you really? Never mind. Let's continue.
Why are you so offended? Why are you in your emotions?
I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out what your purpose is right now, Anton.
I thought we was having a conversation.
We were, and you said fuck balance.
Well,
fuck your relationship. I said that probably works for her.
If you don't want to be
I'm not married. Okay, I'm not married. So what?
If you don't want to be talked to
about my vagina, you're talking about me about my vagina, and I think it's weird.
If you don't want to be talked to a certain way, then don't talk to people a certain way.
I didn't talk to you about I didn't talk about what you do with yours.
You did. I'm offended.
So don't talk about what I do with mine.
I'm offended.
Well, grow a backbone, nigga.
See, now I gotta be a nigga, and then you wonder why I asked you why your coochie is dusty.
Weird. Why are you even talking to women about their coochies?
No, it's not weird.
You're a married man talking to women about their coochies. That's not of God.
You should.
So you got to pick a side, Anton. Pick a side. You turn on the brotherhood. Tell them that they need to be, let the women talk crazy. You don't check the women about their disrespect. But as soon as women disrespect you, you go in on them. And you know what? I don't care. Now you go in, but don't tell the homies to start take this abuse. If she called him feminine or sassy, let him defend himself. If they want to fight it out on the panel, fight it out. Tell them, you as a moderator, you're supposed to dictate the tempo. So if you don't want any disrespect on your platform, you check both of them. You catch her, you check her, like, hold up. I don't like that on my platform. I don't want you calling me feminine. I don't want you calling the homie sassy. If you can't, be respectful and you can't substantiate your argument by context and laying out your argument, then I'm going to have to kick you off my platform. It's really that simple. But niggas don't want to do that. Why? Because niggas feel they need women. Niggas feel they need women. And this is the problem. That they throw the homies under the bus. And this is where, you know, the problem is in the man's sphere, right? That this is supposed to be a place where man can air out their grievances, get advice. We, you know, can kind of put each other up on game and stuff like that. Now we're sitting up here, let the women come in and infiltrate. The women have bigger, the women's voice is louder than the man's voice now. And now men have to be subject to disrespect from these women. And the homie said, take that shit. So with that being said, you know, play a few videos up out of here. So we're going to play a few videos. Let me see. Anton is not a good representative of us as men. I'm sorry. He lacks awareness. He's pro-woman, pro-marriage. Red pill is compromised. Red pill's compromised. It just doesn't do anybody any good to subscribe to red pill, because all they're gonna do is sell you down the drain for these women. They're gonna sell you up the river. They're gonna sell you up the river. Because at the end of the day, men don't like men. Red pill, they are married to these women. So what happens? They have to take the side of the woman because they're married to them. So I'm gonna play this video and then we out of here.
Women, in your opinion, just be honest. Is it because they're more easy?
Let
and
them
I say
no,
that.
How you gonna say they're more easy?
I'm asking. I say quote unquote.
That's not the video. Play another video. Hold up. Let me play another video.
I deserve to be somebody's wife.
$250,000, $200,000. The type of wedding you want, that's how much it costs. You're bugging the. We're gonna invest that. My job as a man is to hold the household down, and she hasn't worked in years. I'm not spending $250,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
So you have no plans on getting married?
I have plans on getting. Let's go to City Hall.
I'm not a City Hall bitch. Stop saying City Hall because shit about to get left. Like I'm telling you right now.
Mouth,
you
that's
saying
not
it costs too much.
That's smart.
Broke people behave.
If my girl talks to me like that,
listen, you call it broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I deserve to be somebody's.
All right, y'all. I'm out. Thank y'all for coming. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank y'all for coming. See y'all in the next stream. Do not, red pill is no good for men. It doesn't help us. It doesn't better us. It doesn't move us forward. All it does is subscribe to feminism. And that's that. Good night. Or good afternoon. That's it.